Good morning, students. Welcome to Nelson's English School online classes. We will start lesson number 6, the computer malware. Introduction. Malware stands for malicious software. It is a general term which is used to refer to any such software which can cause damage to the important information stored in our computer. These are the unwanted software that enter into the computer system through various sources like portable storage devices, local area network, internet, etc. Such malicious software can be divided into different categories like computer viruses, spams, adwares, spywares, etc. Let's now learn more about this digital attack and also how we can keep our information safe from these attacks. Computer virus. Vital information resource under siege. This is the full form of virus. Computer viruses are not the biological virus. These are the malicious computer program with the ability to replicate and execute themselves. They can attack themselves to other program files or data stored in the system without the user's knowledge. They can enter in the computer system by different means like when we copy some data from virus infected data source or when we download some data or program from the internet. It can enter into our system and once entered it attaches itself to the executable and system files of the computer, causes the unusual behavior of the program or sometimes corrupting the entire information stored in the system. Types of computer viruses. On the basis of their working behavior, computer viruses can be categorized as worm, trojan, and bomb to the system, but they keep on replicating themselves very quickly. To occupy the disk space or through network, they keep on spreading to the other system. They also spread through email, and once it enters into the system, they use the address book to send themselves as emails on all the addresses and affecting them as well. They cause the quick decline in the storage space and available memory of the system, slowing down its working speed, etc. Example: Scalper, Swim, Morris, Worm, and MyDoom. Trojans are the destructive programs that hide their intention as they appear to be the useful programs. These type of virus often enters in the system as an email attachment with the fascinating names forcing you to open them. Once open, they become active in the background and start deleting, corrupting the data stored in the system. They are not self-replicating, and the only way they can spread is by copying to the other system. Example: Zeus, Beast, back of orifacing, black hole, Explorate Kit, Flashback Trojan, NetBuzz. These are the example of Trojan virus. Bomb. These type of viruses remain inactive and undeleted in the system for a long time and wait for the specific event or a date to trigger. For example, Jerusalem B or Israeli Friday 13th virus, which waits for Friday the 13th and deletes the program files execute on that day. Saturday 14, Tuesday 13th, etc. are the other example of this category of viruses. Computer viruses can also be categorized based on their target infection. These are of following types: boot virus, program virus, macro virus, stealth virus. First we will see boot virus. This type of viruses infect the master boot record MBR of the hard disk drive or DOS boot record DBR of the CD. Every time a system is booted with the infected hard disk or compact disk, these viruses become active and start infecting the stored data. Danish Boot, PC Stone, Joshi, Empire, Azusa. These all are the example of boot sector, or you can say boot viruses. Program virus, also known as parasites viruses, they infect the program files of the system having extension .com, .exe, .sys, .ovl, .dll, .scr, etc. These viruses do not affect the boot records of the system. Program files are their attractive targets because these files are used very frequently, and moreover the format of these files is quite simple. So when these programs are used, they become active in the computer's memory and start corrupting the data in our system. Stealth virus. This type of virus are capable of changing their appearance by changing their codes. This way, they can hide their existence from the antivirus program. Sometimes it even hides the increased size of the file due to virus infection, causes the file to be scanned as an uninfected file. Frodo is an example of stealth virus. How the virus is spread. Viruses are the program created in such a way that they can easily reproduce their copies once entered in the computer system. As soon as an infected file is executed, the virus code executes itself and starts creating its copies, which gets attached with the other program or boot records. Sometimes they stay inside the computer memory till it is switched off, and sometimes it stays active till an infected application is running. They spread automatically from one system to another through the storage media, network, or internet. When a virus infected data source is used in an uninfected system, it copies itself to the memory of the system and start infecting the program files. When the system is switched off, the virus vanish from the memory but resides in the infected files. Effect of virus infection on your system. A virus infected system can show the following symptoms. The available memory of the system reduce drastically, and increase the size of the infected files causes the low disk space. Second, the working speed of the system slow down. Unusual message or characters start appearing on the screen. Data files can get damaged or corrupted, showing unusual characters or symbols in the place of the actual data. Sometimes the whole hard disk is reformatted, showing no information stored in it. It can steal important information from your computer and send to some other person. Preventing system from virus attacks. It is rightly said that prevention is better than cure. So, it is always advisable to take the preventive measures so as to safeguard the system from any type of virus attack. The following steps can prove helpful to prevent the system from virus attacks. First one, avoid the use of external storage devices and if required scan them properly with some good antivirus software. Use firewall to save your servers from malware attack. While operating your email account, do not open an unknown mails. Before downloading any file or program from the internet, ensure that the source you are using is reliable one. Never install the pirated software in the system. Install an effective antivirus software and update it periodically. If your system is connected on the local area network, restrict the access to only the genuine user to the system resources. Always keep a backup copy of your data files. Antivirus software. Antivirus software are the utility which prevent the viruses to enter in the system. They can also detect and remove the virus if already present in the system. These are the memory resident program and get activated as soon as the system is started. It checks all the files in the system and in case any virus is detected, it is removed by antivirus. Also, while working on the computer, if some infected storage devices is connected, it generates the warning message and stop the data transfer. But as the new viruses are being introduced time to time, an antivirus software may not prove effective in the removing the new viruses. So, it is very important to keep the antivirus updated with the definition of new viruses, which can be updated online using company's website who has created the antivirus. Some popular antivirus software are Norton, AVG, Quick Heal, Avast, McAfee, Penicillin, etc. Some more digital attacks. Although viruses are the major threats to the computer system, but nowadays with the advancement of online facilities, many other threats have started causing more servers problem. They are spyware, spams, adware, etc. Spyware. This is the kind of software downloaded in the computer system without user's knowledge to attack system activities. This information they can also be used to collect someone's personal information for the purpose of identity theft or fraud. Normally, they collect the information like email address, passwords, credit card numbers, web pages visited, etc. Spams. Spams are the unwanted email or messages which are forcefully sent to the large number of people who otherwise do not want to receive this message. The most common form of spam is unwanted electronic junk mails in which single message is sent to multiple individual user using their direct mail address. In this mail, services and products are in this mail, services and products are promoted by various companies. Most of the time, these are annoying but harmless. However, sometimes these are used for identity theft or to do cyber fraud. Adware. These are the program which deliver unwanted advertisement in the form of pop-ups to your computer. While browsing the internet, these pop-ups start downloading by themselves in your computer, and in this way they eat up the bandwidth of your internet connection. Due to the non-availability of sufficient bandwidth, the browsing becomes slower, causing the required pages taking more time to download. Phishing. It is one of the fraudulent process to collect some secret information from the user, like his credit card number, net banking password, account data, etc., which with the help of an authenticate looking email. For example, you may receive an email from your bank asking you to update your information regarding your user ID and password of your net banking account. The mail, which appears to be genuine and sent by the bank, is actually a fraudulent mail which collects the sensitive information and sends it to people who may use it later for some cybercrime. Just like phishing, this is also used to collect the secret information from the users, which can be used for unethical purpose. But unlike phishing, wherein an authentic looking email is sent to the user, in this process the user is pretended with an authentic looking fake web page, like an online banking web page, on which, when the user provides its user ID and password to access his account, and information is collected by the unauthorized people who use it for the fraudulent purpose. Hackers and crackers. Hackers. A hacker is a person who possesses a high level of computer skill and having good knowledge of the machine and the operating system. He are done to gain access on the remote computer for which he is not authorized, with the intention of corrupting or stealing data in that system. But the main aim of the hacking is to know the details of the system and how do they work, rather than the causes any damage to the user's data. Crackers. A cracker, on the other hand, is a person who is an expert in breaking the security of a system or network to steal important information without the consent of its owner. Because of this, they are also known as cyber burglars. Their intention is always to cause damage to the other users. They are considered to be more dangerous than the hackers. Firewall. These can be the hardware or a software which protect a system, network or a server from the virus or hackers attacks. It acts like a traffic cop, allowing or disallowing access to a computer or network based on the predefined rules. Hope you understand this chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.